As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a kinophile. Um, my name is Sam. I'm the host this week, and I'm the wannabe kinophile. This is the Flushed Cast.
I'm Yamcha.
I'm Bullet, a casual moviegoer.
I'm Bush, and I'm here.
We've got a lot of topics this week. Of course, we watched Goodfellas, the film by Martin Scorsese. So we are going to be talking about that. Okay, so I guess I'll introduce the film. I guess we'll all go around. First, I'll go. Obviously, I picked this movie because it's my favorite movie. I love this movie. I've seen it at least 7 times now, and I hadn't seen it until probably last year or the year before, so it's a fairly recent watch for me. But I've seen it plenty of times. Last I saw it, it was in theaters, so I got to go out, probably get COVID and see it. Great experience. I'll see you all on the next episode when I'm on a ventilator. Yamcha, what'd you think?
I really liked it. This was my first time watching it. I rated it a 10 out of 10. I really like a lot of the uh the cinematography that Scorsese uses to show things, and the music choices that connect to what's going on with the film.
The music is top tier, honestly. Well,
Yeah?
what'd you think of the movie?
Oh, it's pretty good. It's my second time watching. I first watched it last year, I think. And yeah, it was very good. Bush?
I say it was a 9 out of 10. I really like Joe Pesci. He's the best character. I was very upset when he died. Like, when he entered the room, no one was there. I'm like, shit! And then he was shot in the back of the head. One thing I noticed about the film is that there was a lot of continuous shots. Like, the shots that just went on forever. Like, whoa! That must have taken a long-ass time to film. But other than that, yeah, music was good. I liked the acting, cinematography, and it inspired Gotti, so a lot of good points there.
Now, this was inspired by Gotti.
Oh,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
the real person.
No,
Yeah.
no, the movie Gotti. Martin Scorsese is a time traveler.
Oh,
He traveled back in time after he saw Gotti. He said, well, shit, this is too good. I gotta one-up it. He failed, obviously, but he tried. I like it when they find Carboni in the meat freezer and it takes them a few days to unthaw him.
That montage was really good.
Yeah. I really like how that movie uses time, too, and how it, passes throughout. Like, I didn't get to rewatch the whole thing today, because I had just seen it and I have a lot of work, but when I was rewatching it, I remembered how much I liked the transition from Henry giving Karen the gun and her hiding it to them getting married.
hmm
I really like that transition.
I like the transition between. So it's like the 50s music, and then with time going by, it goes to late 60s rock, which also connects to the use of drug use and stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I think going back on the montages, which count I guess the ending is almost a montage of the final day. It's very, I don't know, it's got that energy to me where it's just, very fast.
it does cut like very abruptly at the end. I thought, like it just stops, which is
hmm
interesting.
I like the ending was really good because it Henry breaks the rules that were given to him by was it Jimmy
Yeah,
at the beginning, and then which brings everything full circle where he finally breaks the ties with the mafia at the end.
but I mean, it's almost somewhat left up into interpretation because you don't know if he's fully leaving the life or if he's just kind of abandoned those guys. Because I know the real person didn't actually leave the mafia after that. Like, he still did crime shit.
How accurate is this to what actually happened?
Um, there's, from what I understand, I'll bring this up now because there's a commentary track with the actual Henry Hill. Like, the real person did a commentary track for the movie.
Yeah, I
Which
think you told me about this, yeah.
Yeah, and if you've seen Goodfellas before multiple times, I highly recommend checking it out because it is really interesting to listen to him talk about it. Um,
Does he like the movie?
I think he likes the movie, but he doesn't watch it. Like, it's not like when he sees it on cable, he's like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch this. But like, I know for a fact he got he got I think he got Paulie to go see Mean Streets, which was Martin Scorsese's earlier mob movie, and then that entire crew loved The Godfather. Actually,
Oh.
according to him, everybody in that group loved watching The Godfather. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think he likes the film, but it sounds like the actual events have obviously been dramatized to a certain extent to add the energy that the film has. I think what Goodfellas does really well is it simultaneously shows off a lot of the like the stereotypical like the glory life of the mobsters. You know what I mean? Like taking
Yeah.
whatever you want, doing whatever you want, and nobody gets in your way. You know, you're above the law, and the law just kind of comes to you for shit. But then by
Yeah.
the end, you realize why this life is bad, because you see it all just come crashing down throughout this person's life and how it just completely fucks everybody involved. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think what the film does with its storytelling is very ambitious. I also like how it shows sort of how Karen gets kind of warped into this life and how she changes throughout, because she is a very different person at the beginning of the film compared to the end.
I was
You know what I mean?
watching a video essay that was saying that Karen was actually one of the most important characters in the story.
I would agree. I think she is. She almost, to an extent, at some points, she feels like the audience's view into the story, if you know what I mean. Like, she feels more like an actual character that we can relate to as we watch this story unfold until, obviously, she gets more into the life and just kind of becomes a monster like Henry. I think we gotta talk about the performances because I don't think there's a single bad performance in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Pesci's the best
Joe,
one.
Joe Pesci
Yeah,
is
oh
the
my
best.
god, yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci is so good. I think another really great performance in Goodfellas is Robert De Niro. I really like him in that movie. I think De Niro is probably my favorite actor right now. But I mean, I watch a lot of Scorsese movies. Yeah, I mean, I really like him. I think this is probably his best role yet. I mean, like, or aside from, I mean, Taxi Driver. Taxi Driver is probably the most iconic one for him.
I'd say, well, my favorite of his is The King of Comedy.
That's a really good one, yeah. I think King of Comedy is probably the best performance he's given, if that makes sense. But like, out of all the characters he's played, I think the best one is probably his character in Goodfellas for me. Martin Scorsese, he makes some great stuff, and I think I would say this is his best movie.
I'd agree.
I, where did I put it in my ranking? I think it's either second or third in my ranking.
Which one's number one? Oh, is
It's Shutter Island.
Shutter Island. That's one of the ones I haven't seen yet. My ranking's got some hot takes, like The Irishman is one of the better ones for me.
I don't know if I could bring myself to watch that. It's like 5 hours long.
Yeah, I mean, it's way too long, and you can tell it's way too long, but like, it's enjoyable.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Goodfellas is number 2 for me.
There's that one post on Twitter that's like, how to watch The Irishman as a miniseries.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
don't do that. Don't do that. It just don't. It's just awful. Maybe if I ever need to rewatch that movie, I'll torture myself and do that.
I'm probably gonna do that for when Snyder Cut comes out, because that's gonna be so boring that I probably need multiple breaks while watching that.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much Jesus imagery. I'm gonna be a Christian by the end.
God. Does anyone have anything else to say about Goodfellas?
It was good.
wow.
It was pretty good, fellas.
You're a funny guy.
Funny how?
What am I, a clown? Do I amuse you? What the fuck is so funny about me?
That's the best scene in the movie.
But that's probably my favorite scene in any movie, if I'm being honest. I fucking love that scene.
I love the bit at the end where he just launches himself at Ray Liotta.
Oh, and Ray Liotta's really good too. If only he got more movie roles than Marriage Story.
I think my favorite scene is when they're beating up the first guy that they kill. They're beating him up, Jimmy and Joe Pesci's character are beating him up, and then Atlantis by Donovan is playing in the background.
Yeah, I really like the montage where it's Jimmy taking out all the people who are surrounded or who are involved with the heist. That's one of my favorites.
I like the whole prison section, kind of in the middle.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just fun to
that's my
watch.
favorite, I think. I like the prison scene where they're arguing. That's probably my favorite scene, just how chaotic it is. And, like, she's throwing shit, and the children are crying. It was very dramatic.
I like both of the, or not, there may be more, but the two that stick out in my mind are the long takes where it's everybody in the mob being introduced at that restaurant,
Yeah, that was good.
and then everybody, or them going to the restaurant. Just, yeah, extremely well done. I kind of wish Scorsese would do more long takes. I'm just make an entire long take movie. Should we move on a bit?
Well, let's do ratings.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I said I give it a 10 out of 10.
I gave it a 9.
I already said I'll give it a 9.
Next, I guess we're just going to talk about Marvel for a bit.
So, the MCU, I wanted to talk a bit about, like, what our predictions are coming, like, the future movies and shows, and what we're interested in when it comes to the future of the franchise.
I mean, I don't have too much to say. I'm only looking forward to, like, Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man, and that's about it. I really don't care at this point.
I'm looking forward to Doctor Strange 2 and Spider-Man 3, mainly.
The ones that are more unique, I'm looking forward to more, because, like, WandaVision's unique, and I think it works because it's unique. And we'll talk about WandaVision at a later date, but, like, so far, I just watched... Has anybody watched the new episode?
Yes.
I have, yeah.
And we're not going to get into spoilers, because, that's not a thing we do. But, yeah, it's getting interesting. It's getting, more interesting, I think. And I'm excited to see where they're going with it, which is really the first time I've said that for a Marvel movie, or a Marvel thing, since, I guess since Infinity War.
I'm interested in the Loki show. That looks really interesting. Where it's another timeline Loki exploring the multiverse, and it's a crime show.
I haven't seen anything to do with it. I haven't seen
Yeah,
the trailer.
neither.
I just don't care about Loki as a character.
Bruh!
He's dead. He's dead. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I'm least looking forward to.
Wow, okay.
Thanos literally said no resurrections this time. Keep him fucking dead.
Well, he's right, because that's not the same Loki. That's a different Loki.
I don't
from
care if
another-
it's the same Loki. Just keep him gone. I don't want to see his face anymore. I'm sick of Tom Hiddleston's face.
It's a crime show, I'll have you know, and he's gonna explore the multiverse. So,
Good for him. I'm not gonna watch it.
I've never really liked Loki that much.
Yeah, I mean, he's an interesting villain, but, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's overrated.
The only time I've ever liked him is the one scene in Thor Ragnarok when he starts cheering when Thor gets the shit kicked out of him by Hulk.
Wow, nothing from the Avengers, really?
Nope. He's fine. He just kind of looks like a greasy asshole. I don't know. I mean, I suppose for Marvel, he's one of the better villains, but there's only, 2 good villains, so...
That's not true. There's at least, 5.
The only 3 I like are Baron Zemo, Thanos, and Killmonger. That's it. The others I don't give a shit about.
Not Michael Keaton?
Nah, I guess kind of, but, eh.
He's one of my favorite ones, I think.
If it wasn't for the twist, I don't think I'd like him, at all.
I also like Mysterio. He was good.
Yeah, he was I liked him, but, I don't know. Some of them are just kind of fine. What Marvel characters do you guys want to see get shows?
Ooh.
Or movies?
I'm glad Don Cheadle's getting a show, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a real hit.
I like War Machine.
Anyone else have anything on Marvel?
I have hopes for Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, my fear is that it's just kind of too generic. It could just be a generic, bland Marvel movie.
I like those characters, though. So.
I like the characters, but, to me, they're just B characters,
That's what I'm excited for these shows, that most of them are based off these B characters, so that means they get more time to shine. Like, Wanda didn't really do anything in Civil War and Age of Ultron, so she has much. So when she gets her show, they get to explore her character and stuff.
Well, it just depends on how much you do with them. They might just do nothing with some of these characters. Well, Yamchi, you and I have both seen some movies that no one else has seen, so we could talk about those for a bit.
You can go first. Oh,
So, or I guess earlier this week, the Sundance Film Festival happened. So, I got to go see the film Judas and the Black Messiah, which is a new film coming out next week in theaters and on HBO Max. So this was one that I was looking forward to for a long time, because the trailer was really good, and I liked the main actors, Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Steinfeld. Or Stanfield, I don't know what his last name is. I'm sorry.
Seinfeld.
Lakeith Steinfeld, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. But I got to check the movie out, and I loved it. I thought it was great. The lead performances, so much about it is just really interesting and powerful. I guess I'll explain the story a bit. It revolves around Fred Hampton, who was the chairman of the Black Panther Party in the 1960s. And then the main character is played by Lakeith, last name man, who is basically someone who the FBI sends in as he's called Judas for the story, where he is sent in to infiltrate the Black Panthers and basically be their mole, so that way they can, get dirt on Fred Hampton, try to get rid of him. So the movie follows essentially two paths. You follow Judas, who's learning more about this cause, and obviously, as you'd expect, there's a lot of inner conflict with his character. And then you got Fred Hampton, the Black Messiah, who is trying to sort of unite all people. It's not just he's going to unite all black people, it's unite all oppressed people, and that way they can rise up. But as the movie goes on, things don't go his way thanks to the police and the FBI and all that. The lead performances, especially for Fred Hampton, were just really great. There's a third lead in there, an actress whose name I don't know, but she plays the love interest for Fred Hampton, and she was really, really good, especially for someone who's got like almost no major acting credits, which I found impressive. The directing is really great too.
Dominique Fishback, is that it?
Yeah, that's her. She's really good in it, I thought. I can't wait to see what she does after this. There's a few scenes that really, some of my favorite little moments in the movie revolve around her.
Yeah, she's only got like 6 credits on Letterboxd.
Yeah, she hasn't done too much, but I think after this she will. I think she did a really great job, and I think the directing is amazing. I would say really top-notch stuff, especially for someone
who directed it.
Shaka King, I believe his name is.
What's he done?
He hasn't done any. I think this is technically his first big film, I believe. So but I think for a first film, he did a really great job. He might have done some TV stuff.
Get bigger?
Yeah, I think so. I really hope he does. I really hope, because I want to see what he does. This is a really well-told story. It doesn't feel like it's the Hollywood version of the story. It's the story, warts and all. It's got every, the good stuff, the bad stuff. It feels like a genuine story. So yeah, I'm really hoping that gets some nominations this year. And I want to mention the music is really good too. The score for it sort of evolves as the film goes on and as the story changes, and I think it's really good stuff.
Do you know who did the score?
I do not. I don't think it's anyone let's see here. I don't see it on Letterboxd.
Yeah, it's not listed on Letterboxd, the composer, so...
No, but I really liked the score, and yeah, I really liked the film, so I would recommend watching it when it hits HBO Max.
When will it be coming out?
Next Friday, February 12th. So yeah, and you watch something on HBO Max. I don't know if it's on the same quality as this, but
It's not.
oh, and I should say, I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Nice. Okay, so I watched Earwig and the Witch. It came out today. It's the newest Studio Ghibli movie, and it's a pretty embarrassing release for Ghibli.
Oh God.
First 3D animated Ghibli film. It was basically an hour and a half of nothing interesting happening at all.
It's a really off-putting animation from the stills I've seen.
God, that just looks creepy.
Some of the there's two characters that just don't fit the style at all.
It just looks so plasticky. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but for what I've seen, it just looks, so plasticky.
It doesn't look like modern day animation either. It just kind of looks like something that was made like 2 decades ago.
I think that's what I said last week.
Does.
It looks like original Toy Story quality, which is not something you should be striving for 25 years after that film came out.
They also use rock music, which doesn't fit with it, because every other Ghibli movie has been like piano and stuff, and then this is just rock. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
God, it just looks so creepy.
It is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I need to see more Ghibli films.
Yeah, next week's film is a Ghibli film.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I rated it a 4 out of 10.
I'm gonna piss you off here. It's got an 80% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
What?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. Fewer than 50 ratings. How many ratings does it have? It's got 2. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, it just came out today.
Oh no, all audience. Hang on, we want all audience. Oh no, it's got more than 2. It's got like 10 at least.
Oh, it's got a 2.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Good. This doesn't sound like a good movie. Should we go through the questions? I'll list off some questions here, okay?
Okay.
Oh, these are going to be very high quality.
I'll read them off here. From Air Jordan. What is everyone's strategy for watching theatrical movies during the pandemic? P.S. Your answer cannot be HBO Max.
Piracy.
Going to the cinema.
Yeah, if I'm gonna get COVID doing anything, I'm gonna get COVID watching something that I don't really care about, but I just want to go to the theaters. So, Bush asks, am I funny?
Okay, do you want an honest answer or a nice answer?
Next question. John's Lemons asks, is scone pronounced scone or scone?
Scone.
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 Yeah.
Scone.
No, it's scone.
Scone.
It's scone.
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 I feel
Go on.
like he did. I feel like he did this on purpose.
Dylan Productions asks thoughts on the Avatar sequels.
Could not care less.
I haven't seen Avatar 1, so I don't know.
Yeah, neither.
From Diabolical Biscuit. Is it GIF or GIF?
GIF.
It's GIF.
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 Okay,
GIF.
next one.
Okay, you could all stay on the podcast.
We did not just jump cut there to go look for additional topics.
No, totally not.
We had
okay.
this one. John just came in at the last minute and gave us a really good topic.
Yeah, he came in clutch. Okay.
Non-movie game hobbies. So,
Yeah, so favorite things to do that aren't movie or game related.
I like building Lego. That's fun.
Yeah, me too.
I collect a lot of Black Series figures. I like swimming. That's fun. Swimming's pretty cool. But I don't like swimming in public pools because I just feel like I'm bathing in other people's urine and sweat and just awful
That's
shit.
because you are.
Yeah, especially in America. We don't clean those things until the end of the year.
I don't think anywhere does.
Yeah, those are some that come to mind right away. Bullet, now you go. Fuck you.
Okay, well, similar, I like, Lego, I collect a little Lego. Well, I don't know if this counts as non-movies, but I collect Blu-rays and stuff.
Yeah, that would be one of mine too.
Yamcha, you go?
Okay, well, I collect Lego, mostly the modular buildings.
How many do you have?
I have 2 modulars, and then I'm wanting to get the garage and the police station.
I like those.
And then I also collect manga, which is anime stuff, so I don't know, you guys probably wouldn't care about that.
Okay, Bush, you go?
I do collect these things called geotracks, which are these old toys I used to have growing up, and now they don't make them anymore, so I collect them.
I have a bucket of geotracks downstairs.
I think I remember those.
Yes!
I guess, should we wrap this up? Yamcha, you introduce next week's episode.
Yeah, next week, we're gonna be reviewing The Wind Rises. It's my favorite movie. Come next week. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. I won't be here.
Let me write inside.